Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Aaron from AOK Games, and this is my entry for Stacking Frogs, which, if you've seen my other entry, this is actually the spiritual successor to Skipping Lilies. And the way this game works is it's got some similarities to Skipping Lilies. It keeps the same, card placement mechanic, but it adds some extra things. So in Skipping Lilies, just to reiterate here, in Skipping Lilies you have a hand of cards in front of you and you're drafting them and you're trying to place them down in the right areas to get you points. Well, where in Skipping Lilies you are picky frogs trying to get the best meal of dragonflies and moths and mosquitoes, in this game you are frogs on a field trying to get the best acrobatic placements. So in this case, you're going to build either side to side or touching corners, just like you would in Skipping Lilies. The placement mechanic is the same. Or the other option that's not available in Skipping Lilies but is in this game is you can stack. So if I play this card first, then I can choose to stack this one on top of it. And effectively what that does is whatever this card is worth, it multiplies by however many cards are in that stack. So you're going to want to build out a field, a 9x9 or 3x3 field, 9 cards, and you're going to want to play cards out in quantities to get a good amount of points. Like blues are good if you can see them in large quantities, or stack them to get the most out of them. So if this is on the top of a stack, it's worth a lot of points. And the way that works is you just draft each round. You're going to draft starting one direction one round, and you're going to draft going the other direction and then come back again the same direction you started. So it's 3 rounds, and you're just going to be drafting cards out of your hand and placing them in front of you, starting a 3x3 grid. Now, just to run through a little bit of what the cards do, every card only scores if it's on the top of the stack. So you're only going to score 9 things at the end of the game. You're not going to score between rounds like you do with Skipping Lilies. So you're only going to score what's on top. So if something really good is covered, well, too bad, you don't get it. In this game, the red-black frog is going to be worth 6 points. If it's on a stack of 2, it's multiplied by 2. If it's on a stack of 3, it's multiplied by 3. With blues, you're going to get a point for every blue that's visible. So if you have 4 stacks of blue, even if it's just a stack of 1, you're going to get 4 points for every blue. But if it's on a stack of 2, it's going to be multiplied by 2. If it's on a stack of 3, it's going to be multiplied by 3. The purples are very intriguing because the purples are already worth 4 points. So they're a good amount of points, but they gain you an extra bonus point for every single stack of 3 that's present everywhere in the current game. So they could end up being worth a lot of points. And as with the others, they multiply based on the stack that they're in. Oranges are worth an extra 2 if they're in a corner, but they're normally just worth 1 for every stack of 2 or more you have in your own field. So oranges are a little bit weaker. Yellows are worth 3 for every different color in a stack. So if I have this right here, I have a green and a yellow in this stack. So the yellow is worth 6 points, but because it is on top of another card, it's in a stack of 2, then I score 12 points here. 3 for each color, times 2 because it's in a stack of 2. If it was in a stack of 3, it'd be 3 for each color, times 3 because it's on a stack of 3. So in that case, it'd be 3, 6, 9, times 3 is 27. And the way that you do this is you build it out, and at the end of the game, the player with the most red-black, if there's a tie at the, you don't count it. If somebody has more red-black frogs than another player, they lose 5 points. And you lose 2 for every space you do not fill. So at the end of the game, if I had this, and I filled out 6 spots in my field, but left 3 open because this is a 3x3 grid, then I would lose 2 points for every open spot. So it actually kind of incentivizes you to build out, but it doesn't but it doesn't require you to. You can stack if you want to. And finally, the green frog is one of the most powerful ones because it allows you to move 1 card from the top of another stack to the top of another stack. So I can move this orange over onto the green to multiply that by 2. And this is Stacking Frogs from AOK Games.